Hello guys, in today's video we're going to check out the top 5 best Asus laptops in the market for this year. I made this list based on my personal opinion and I tried to list them based on their price, quality, durability and more. To see the price and find out more information about these laptops, you can check out the description below. Also make sure you subscribe to stay up to date with the latest technology reviews. Okay, so let's get started with the video. At number 5, it's the Asus VivoBook F510UA. The Asus VivoBook F510UA is one of the most purchased Asus laptops on the market, and the reason is pretty simple. It offers quality and performance at a reasonable price. Design-wise, this model features a thin construction that's covered with a glossy coating that mimics aluminium, and if you ask me, it's definitely a good touch because it gives this laptop a truly exclusive appearance. When it comes to the connectivity options, they consist of 2 USB 2.0 ports, 1 USB 3.0 port and an HDMI port, which is cool for your student work because it'll be easier for you to connect your smartphone and other devices while the laptop is working. In addition, the keyboard has a decent amount of key travel, and according to users, it's responsive and comfortable to type on, so you shouldn't worry about anything here. On the other side, the touchpad is highly responsive as well, and what I really like about it is the fingerprint sensor located on the top right corner. This will add an extra layer of security so no one but you can use the laptop. But now let's talk about performance. The F510UA has an Intel Core i5-8250U processor, 8GB of RAM, and a 1TB HDD, which is awesome for the price you pay, considering the fact that the current hardware makes this laptop quick and responsive. Moving on, this unit has a 15.6-inch anti-glare IPS display with a resolution of 1920 by 1080 pixels. And what's interesting about it is that it actually is a nano edge display with an 80% screen-to-body ratio, so you have an excellent view regardless of what you're doing. Moreover, the battery life can handle up to 5 hours of usage, which is enough for college-related purposes, but of course you can always take advantage of the charger if you need more. To conclude, I strongly recommend you consider the Asus VivoBook F510UA because it's affordable, but performs like a premium laptop. At number 4, it's the Asus C302Ca Chromebook Flip. The Asus C302Ca is considered as the best overall Chromebook, and that didn't happen randomly. It earned that status because of its gorgeous screen, tactile keyboard, and classy design. Let's look at some of the other more important points. When it comes to design, this device is built of an all-aluminium chassis with a symmetrical slab of metal. The product dimensions are 8.3 by 12 by 0.5 inches and it weighs 2.6 pounds, meaning you can put it in your backpack and not even feel it's there. This device has the most advanced ports available, the USB-C 3.1, which will offer you everything you need in one connection type. As for the keyboard, the C302Ca falls back on a solid keyboard that makes it as familiar and comfortable as any traditional laptop. The keys offer a satisfying 1.4mm of crisp key travel that we've missed in the world of ever slimmer notebooks. The touchpad is spacious and functional, and it will precisely register every swipe you make. To continue, with regards to performance, this specific model is powered by an Intel Core processor, and it has 4GB of RAM, 64GB storage, which will provide you great performance while using the laptop, and for the price you pay, it's more than good. Considering the hardware that this offers, this laptop can surely be considered as competition-less. In addition, I'd also like to mention that this unit comes with a 12.5-inch IPS touchscreen that has a resolution of 1920 by 1080 pixels, which means the visuals will be razor sharp and crystal clear, exactly what you'd expect from an Asus product. Before we end, this time the battery life is very much improved if you compare it with the previous model. And those who've purchased this laptop claim that the battery offers around 10 hours of use under heavy use, which makes this the ideal Chromebook for those who love the cloud and being on the go. To conclude, if you still don't know which one to purchase, I would highly recommend the Asus C302Ca because it has everything you need. At number 3, the Asus VivoBook S. The VivoBook S15 series is an attractive laptop that packs many interesting features and some of the latest technologies to deliver you an enjoyable and satisfying experience. Design-wise, this unit is easily the best-looking VivoBook, with its new slimmer form factor and narrower bezels, with a soft gold colour finish and brushed aluminium outer lid, which accentuates the sleek design no matter the position or angle of the notebook. When it comes to connectivity ports, the available ports are the basic fare, including HDMI, USB Type-A and USB Type-C. Moving on, the keyboard keys are soft in feedback and have a shallow 1.4mm of travel. For a more satisfying experience, the keys are light but unusually firm, with a system that includes an optional 3-level white backlight. In addition, the integrated trackpad is decently sized and responsive for standard cursor control with no jittering. Glide can be sticky on the smooth surface, however, and at the top right-hand corner you can find an optional fingerprint reader, which is quite good in my opinion, since your work will be more secure in every matter. Considering the display, this unit boasts a 1080p IPS panel that has become a standard on mainstream laptops. Outdoor visibility is decent under shade and not that bad under direct sunlight or overcast. The display backlight is bright but not enough to overcome ambient lighting completely. But now let's talk about performance. The VivoBook S15 S510 comes armed in 3 different spec options. We chose the one that boasts the Core i7-8550U processor supported by 8GB of RAM and a 126GB SSD, which is more than enough to complete even the hardest tasks you intend to do. Furthermore, ASUS splendid visual optimization technology provides the very best visuals for any kind of content. It features 4 display modes such as Normal, Vivid, Eye Care and Manual, which can be accessed with a single click. Moreover, the Asus VivoBook S510 UA is thinner and lighter than ever, with the power of a full-size laptop and compactness of an Ultrabook, all of which make this a great addition to everyone. Overall, if you're looking for a versatile laptop that can be carried around easily, then we highly recommend you consider this unit, since it packs many features and offers more value than the price conveys. At number 2, it's the Asus Zenbook 14 UX433 FA. The Asus Zenbook 14 UX433 is a compact and durably designed laptop that has made its way up to the top and ranks itself as one of the most purchased laptops on the market for a reasonable price. So let's get straight into action and reveal what the secret is behind its success. From a design perspective, the Zenbook 14 is one of the sleekest devices I've reviewed. It has Asus signature concentric circle design etched into the lid, surrounding a centered golden brand emblem. The Zenbook 14 has a wide variety of ports for all your peripherals and accessories. On the left side, you'll find a USB-C port, a USB 3.1 input, and an HDMI connector. To the right, you'll find a micro SD card slot for uploading photos next to a USB 2.0 port, and a combination headphone and mic jack. Moreover, the small LEDs indicate battery level and power mode. Moving on, the Zenbook 14's razor-thin bezels make for an immersive viewing experience, while the laptop's vivid 14-inch 1080p display gets bright enough for you to be well accommodated. Another thing I'd like to mention is that the laptop's backlit keys are relatively shallow at 1.1mm, but despite that, they exhibit nice tactile feedback. Additionally, the 64 grams of actuation force required means that your fingers won't get fatigued. Now, let's talk about performance. This unit is armed with an Intel Core i7-8565U CPU and supported by 16GB of RAM, so as you can see, this laptop has some really impressive specs indeed. However, with integrated UHD 620 graphics, we can safely say that this laptop isn't really meant for gamers, although if you play casual games or don't mind low graphics settings, you should definitely go for it. Last but not least, the Zenbook 14 lasted around 8 hours and 30 minutes during our tests, which comprised of continuous web surfing over Wi-Fi at 150 nits of brightness. Either way, that's a respectable result for a laptop of this caliber. To conclude, you should definitely take this laptop into consideration, especially if a sleek and portable one is what you're looking for. And at number 1, it's the Asus ROG Strix Hero 2. The Asus ROG Strix GL504 Hero 2 is oriented towards gamers that are specifically addicted to MOBA-type games, such as Dota 2 and League of Legends, with blazing fast performance and impressive FPS rates. Style-wise, the Asus ROG Strix GL504 Hero 2 is all black with red accents, with an angular and mean-looking surface. RGB lights under the keycaps are complemented by an LED strip on the laptop's base, a look that's completed with a light on the rear. In addition, the ROG Hero 2 treats you to a selection of ports that's above and beyond what you get on a typical notebook or ultrabook. On the left side, you'll find the Ethernet, DisplayPort, HDMI, 2 USB-A ports and a USB-C port. Most of the space on the right is taken up by an air vent, but even then you get an SD card reader, a third USB-A port and a security slot. Moving on, since we mentioned that this laptop is typically oriented towards MOBA players, it's the QWER keycaps that are highlighted instead of the typical WASD keys used for most FPS games. There are dedicated hotkeys above the F1 to 4 keys for volume controls, mute and ROG hotkey that launches the gaming center dashboard. Here you can tweak features such as the RGB lighting modes and check CPU and GPU temperatures. For your information, the fan overboost feature lets you manually toggle whether the fan is either running quietly or running at maximum overboost speed. Well, now let's talk about performance. The GL504 Hero 2 comes armed with a Core i7-8750 processor supported by 16GB of RAM, and for faster blazing performance an addition of a 256 SSD. So as you can see, you'll be well supplied with everything you need. Since the ROG Hero 2 comes with a GTX 1060 built in, we can safely conclude that you can play games with high graphic requirements without any problems at great FPS rates. Moreover, since a gaming laptop is what we're talking about here, the battery life may last from 3 to 4 hours. But again, if you're using it for browsing or other casual work, then it'll go more than that. Overall, this is a high-end gaming laptop crafted by a trusted brand, so if you have the budget, you should definitely give it a try. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked the video. If you found it helpful, please remember to leave a like and subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this in the future. If you have any questions related to these products, you can leave a comment below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.